So much for coming on and doing a quick testimonial on the sale of your business. I appreciate your time this morning. Can you tell us a little bit in general terms about the type of business you had and what you've been doing?
The organisation, it's an outdoor education company, an adventure company, involved providing those services to predominantly the private schools in Sydney, Central Coast, Southern Tablelands, the odd international school, and that has been running for 32 years, commenced by myself and an original owner, Rob. He was there for the first 3.5 years, then I've been the owner since that time. So I've owned it for 29 years and there for the beginning, 32.
Well, that's a long time, and that's a big decision then to sell. What sort of drew that decision on, and what made you? That's a big change.
Yeah, it's interesting. Now you asked me that question, it's a bit of 3 months reflection after it's all done and dusted and sold. And I don't know if this is a retirement testimonial or a business testimonial, but it's 32 years, so I'm not 25 years old now. It became a lifestyle choice, and also for me personally, I have another company, a property business, and by having the outdoor company, I just wanted to focus on one organisation. I put all my time and effort into this organisation, and to have something new and different was exciting. Just a period in my life. It's just the time. I've got absolutely no regrets. Very happy for where we are, and very happy with the process I went through with Morgans in making sure that how we went about it, and it was for what it was and what had to be done. I don't think it could have been any more smoother and getting to where we are now.
That's interesting to bring us up, and obviously very thankful that you chose to run with us. Just tell me a little bit about, for other people out there, I mean, that process you went through in trying to select who to work with, and again, grateful that you ended up with us and with Sean Walridge, who executed the deal for you in Sydney. But how did you go through that process?
The people. Meeting Sean and Alan is really easy. Just having a chat. For my business and my professional life, my whole job has been about personal development, talking, discussing, solving, coaching, facilitating. That's been my job for my entire life. And having the luxury and opportunity to meet Alan and Sean, it was just, I matched with them, and for that was it. They were very similar to myself. I could see where they were going. I always talk about go to the end first and work your way backwards. So they painted a picture for me of the path, but also where we'll be at the end, and that was key. So I could give you a very lengthy. Sorry, that's my dog. I'll give you a very lengthy answer on that, but it's purely people. I'm sold on people and trust, loyalty, and them buying into the journey with me, and they did that for me.
And tell me a little bit about, obviously it's when people sell a large business basically to retire or to go into a new phase of life, it's really the first and sometimes the last time that will happen for them all at once, and it's a bit of an unknown process to somebody like yourself. It's not something you do every day. What was like your expectations of how that was going to roll out compared to the process that actually happened? Was it, is that an easy question to answer, or maybe a bit difficult?
Oh, geez, the time we don't have now won't really give a fair answer, but it's something you got to carefully plan in your life for. And I was all prepared and organised and ready to go. And did it go as planned? Geez. You've already answered the question. It's something you do once in a lifetime. I've had a lot of adventures, experience, travel, you name it. I've done a lot of stuff, 4 lifetimes in one, and it's probably something that I wouldn't want to do often. I'll be fair and straight up about that. But I think it was very exciting, the process. It was something I was used to doing in my own work life. I was actually selling my life with these people, had it in their hands. So to go through that with them and have the way it was done, and I had input as well, I believe as smooth as I could have expected. There was all the other variables where the other organisations wanted to buy my life. So, and the way I conduct myself, and maybe the way I conduct business, is probably not how they would have go about it themselves. So having Sean and Alan, particularly Sean, definitely Sean, he was my main man, to mediate that process, that was a luxury, because I'd played his role my whole life. So to have Sean there, he was the buffer. And that was the best part of the whole process. Him mediating between the two, him solving all, him researching that was by far the single best bit, him mediating.
Yeah, and Sean and Alan, particularly tech savvy, use a lot of the software mortgage provide. And did you, obviously, the information memorandum the boys prepared on your business, got any feedback on that and how that looked from your perspective?
I'll probably go further than just information is what people decide upon, but yes, that was there, but it's more so how they went about it and at what point it was offered to clients and provided, and then even to the point now, like saying, basically, we've done enough. As myself selling, them mediating, they made collectively, but most of them, they said, well, no, we've done enough information now for that party. They can decide on that. If not, we move on to the next. So there was a lot of avoiding the tire kickers, the time wasters, and it was made the process keep rolling along. There wasn't any drag on points for 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Oh, will they, won't they? It was like, no, we'll stop here. I love that we set deadlines, timelines, dates, and we met those. We had to extend on one occasion when we had a lot of interest. It was only to my best interest, and that was their advice. So that was very positive the way it went about them having that data savviness, but it's more so how they rolled it out through the process and decided things for me.
Just on that, did you get more interest in your business than you thought you were going to get when you put it to market?
Yeah, it was probably, look, I can just give you figures now. In the first 4 days, there was 20 interested parties, and credit to Sean, he was like, oh, this is really good. He was pleasant, like I say, he was pleasantly surprised, and it was the way it was all packaged up to get ready to market. There was a lot of time ready for that. And when it was launched in 4 days, 20 interested parties, and he said he had to turn it off. That's it. We 20 interested parties, can't work with any more. That is enough. So we're very happy about that. It wasn't like the key thing there is it was the preparation that they did to get it to that point, then to make it so attractive to the market, and all the information wasn't there. It was the hook and sinker and line was thrown out, and that dragged them in. And then after 4 days, the ad was turned off, or the advertising, wherever it may be, in the social media platforms, and then off we went. So yes, that was ideal. I didn't want to be on the market for 5 months and we've had 1 or 2 half interested people. So that was very important to me.
Yeah. So preparation and timing, really the key there. So just on that, and to wrap up, I guess, and I really appreciative of your time. And today, what would you say, like looking back to yourself 2 years ago, what advice would you give to business owners thinking about selling right now? I mean, on the process that you went through, on broker selection, on how it all evolves, because it is a bit of an unknown. Any words of advice or words of wisdom you give to people thinking of selling?
I could go down many paths to answer that question. Well, look, our focus today is Morgans and Sean and Alan, particularly Sean, who I work with so closely. And I'll go down that path. It would be in going with, I'm mentioning people, Sean and Alan and Morgans, but Sean would be the key person to work with, and Alan, and you'll have a journey which is as smooth as it could possibly be going with those two gentlemen. And those terms, highly recommend. Yeah, by far, there's no other words I'd use. I'd highly recommend. I'll stay in touch with Sean personally. We've still got 12 months to go of the deal for a payout to happen, so I'll still be in touch with Sean. But yeah, in the end, we knew about one another's families, what the kids are doing. We spoke daily. So when it comes down to that personal level, yet it's the biggest decision of your life. I think there's a really happy medium met between the two parties working professionally together. Everything was solved together, organised together. So yeah, answer question in selling for me personally. If you're ready to sell, sell, and they'll do the right thing by you.
No, thanks so much, Ian. And again, really appreciate your time today and taking the time out to give a testimonial for Sean. Much appreciated from all of us. Thank you.